We are back with another episode of Don't Do This to Artists, where we have a bunch of people with a lot of audacity. So don't send hate to any parties involved, and let's delve into these stories. So the very first one is we have this post by OP writing, I don't think I've ever needed to say this, but please do not cold DM me asking to commission me and pay me in exposure. Doing this will result in an immediate blacklist for me. So the artist DMs being like, hi, I just want to inquire, do you make illustrated character art for authors in exchange for professional testimonials and social credits? And OP is like, do you mean being paid in exposure? Because, I mean, that's a really fancy way of saying things, but if you get the TLDR of this, it's not looking great. And the artist says, hi, girly, thanks for getting back to me. To clarify, I'm proposing a service exchange rather than a traditional commission. I am only looking for artists who can collaborate with me unpaid in exchange for testimonials and credits, as I am a debut author and have a huge currency exchange issue. So this is not my plan for my current project. Can you let me know if you're open to it or not? This already is super weird because, like, come on. If you're sliding into an artist's DMs, like looking for commissions, etc., you have to know that the traditional commission is paid through money, right? And that it's really some type of way to be sliding in with fancy language and terminology that when we boil it down to is, can you do work for exposure? Exactly what OP is saying. The OP says that's unfortunately what being paid in exposure means, and it's highly discouraged for artists of any skill set to agree. And blah, 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 blah. And they say basically, I'm not going to be contacting you. The commenters are not having it. A commenter says, on top of everything, she called you girly when contacting you for professional services. Nope. Another person said, quote, currency exchange issue, end quote. So you're broke? And another person said, I got the exact same request. The problem is that even if they paid with money, they're still required to give credits to the artist who made the work. So it's basically asking for a commission for free. I also feel like you just have to have a lot of audacity to be sliding into an artist DM's propositioning like that, because like that means that you value the exposure in quotes that you provide at a very high level. Like you think the exposure that you can provide by this commission is worth the price of the commission, $50, $100, $200, $500, whatever. That's a lot of audacity to have, like in general, right? But especially if you're a debut author, that means you haven't published your first book yet. This is going to be your first book, which means you probably don't have very much social following, etc., which means you probably don't have much exposure. This is just boiling down to, can you do work for free? And again, this is massive audacity because even if you have a lot of following, whatever, that still doesn't mean it's okay to do that. You're not going to walk into a restaurant and be like, really, really, really like Molly tea. Can you guys give me drinks for free? Haha, I'll post it on my story though. Lols. Like Molly tea's going to look at you and be like, dude, what is wrong with you? You're gonna get laughed at the store. Like, if you wouldn't do that for a restaurant, don't go and do that to artists. And on the same topic about money and commissions, we have another story. So OP writes, gross, artists, please respect yourself. So this person posts, does anybody know of any artists who could do cheaper prices for bundle commissions? I'd like to commission art of all the main characters of my projects one day, but I won't be able to afford to pay full prices for every single character. I could do about 30-ish, maybe $40 per project. This is already not a great look because if you're commissioning $30 for one character is already cheap, but if you're commissioning multiple characters, you're asking the artist to work for what, like $10 per drawing, $5 per drawing? And there is a nuance to be added of like, yes, artists that exist outside of the Western market will work for cheaper prices simply because the US dollar is stronger in the country they live in. But because this person is using the dollar sign, I'm assuming they are US based or at least work within the USD currency. So you have to know that, like, you know, you're asking for an astronomically low price for art in the Western market. And this is not really a good look. It's fine if you have a budget and you just don't have that much money to work with. Go find an artist who genuinely this is their price and that they charge like $30 for a headshot or something like that, you know? So then under people's commission posts, they're commenting. People are like, hey, offering characters that start from $30 to $60. And they're like, this is out of my budget, but your art is gorgeous. Like, did you have to put the this is out of my budget part? Like, you could just say like, oh, your art is pretty. Like another commission post. And then OP is like, yo, am I understanding you right? You want several character arts all for $30? If yes, poor artists. And the person says, can you shut up? Not everybody has the finances to be paying high prices. $30 is a lot for me. You can just scroll and not be unkind. I mean, I think again, we can be a little bit fair, right? $30 is a lot to some people, but this is a very nuanced situation because if you're making an open call to be like, I only have $30 or this, that, it's essentially inviting artists to bid as low as possible to try to get a commission from you. And in the current art market, it's a little bit frustrating because with the rise of Gen AI, stuff like that, art commissions are hard to find. And it kind of isn't a great look for the art market. But yeah, for like extra context, they had received free art and they were also complaining about the free art, complaining that the outfit was wrong and that, you know, the jean color was incorrect and her clothing was less modest. I mean, again, I can empathize with being frustrated to, have a character and the artwork doesn't represent the character. But if it's free, come on, man. It's literally free. Just chill out, bro. It's not that big of a deal. Be happy you got free art, right? Art is a luxury at the end of the day, so getting some for free, big dubs to you. Just be happy with it. You're allowed to be, I guess, frustrated that artwork doesn't represent your character, but to complain about free things, it doesn't look great. Next up, we have another situation of more of these AI scammers cropping up. So this artist, Rana Della, posts, warning for writers and authors about AI theft. I usually don't post things here and I don't want this to be negative, but the situation is honestly so gross and I felt it's important that people are aware. So it's about an artist by the name of Mark and then ._.1, where they're literally following this person, by the way, crazy audacity. And OP writes, they call themselves a human artist and claim they don't use AI, where you can see that right there in their bio, while literally stealing most of my artwork, running it through AI, and reposting it as their own. Further visual reference. So here, this is them posting about commissions, whatever. And here you can see the side-by-side of two characters. The characters fully colored and the line art, but like, why does that look super omega duper similar to this artwork by Rana? Like down to the wavy hair, the same hats, clothing, the horns are the same on the character, and so is the shape of the wing. Even the body position, everything. This literally looks like they just took this art piece and put it through AI. Here we have another one. Look at the same pose. The male character is kind of squatting, kneeling, making eye contact with the other character that's being held in their arms. They kind of have like a scared expression, making eye contact. But wait, isn't that also this art piece where they're being literally held in the same way? The splay of the fingers is literally the same. The knee pose, the squat, etc., where the feet are positioned. The only thing that's kind of different is the person in their arms, their hands are together on their knees. What the heck? And then again, what makes it look AI? There's again inconsistencies in the art piece. We can look at the character in the arms, right? Look at the shoes. The two shoes don't match up. This shoe kind of has like what looks like one of those like rubber toes for the Converse, which is present in the shoes of the art piece here. And then on the other foot, it's just a boot. It's a plain like Chelsea boot. This shoe has two buckles across the top. What? Like, why are the two shoes so different? Even the squatting character's shoes, right? One is kind of like a low cut shoe, and the other one looks much more like a boot. Again, you gotta put yourself in the mind of like, would a human artist draw this? And why would a human artist give both characters two different shoes? That literally just does not make any sense at all. And then here we have even more examples. As you can see the side by side, this art piece that was made by Rana, where you can see Mark has the side by side, another art piece by Rana versus these two by Mark. Like, oh God. I feel so bad for this artist because they took so much of their work and ran it through AI. This just must feel so violating as an artist because like to see all this work that you put your blood, sweat, and tears to cook up and to make something beautiful and it looks amazing. And then just to see this brand new account pop up that had the audacity to follow you, by the way, and every single art piece they're posting is AI generated and it looks so much like your own artwork. That's so icky. And on Threads, Mark has the audacity to write this. Dear authors, I'm rebuilding my portfolio and opening a few commission slots. Pay what you can. Seriously. No AI ever. Every piece is 100% handmade from scratch. Drop interested below if you want a slot. First come, first serve. And Rana writes, they have accounts on Instagram and Threads, and of course, they already blocked me everywhere. I ask you to be careful because clearly the no AI label doesn't guarantee anything these days. So on the bright side, at least from what I've seen, I can't find the account anymore. So I think the account was taken down for scam and fraud or something like that, or maybe they changed their name, but thankfully at least they're gone. But it still sucks that this happened at all because as an artist, to have your work taken, run through AI and violate it in such a way is so icky. So I'll have the original artist link down below and please go and show them the support they deserve. And finally, we have another art scammer. This is posted on Threads and OP writes, everyone who commissions art, please be careful. This is a scam account and currently their name is Daisy3632026. I'll explain why below. And at least two of their artworks definitely belong to other artists. So first, one artwork has another artist's signature on it. And two, another artwork 100% belongs to a different artist. It is even being used in print format by the client. So this is the account in question. They go by the handle Daisy Michael, and they have, wow, a lot of art on their page and posts of themselves as well. So here they have this post offering commissions, with a full body commission being $150 on Haley Whitley Books and Anna Ride's art account. They collab posted for this art piece. And it looks like the art piece was made by Anna Rides, so not Daisy. And a big way you can tell also is like, look at this commission post where she has a wild curl kind of like popping out from the back of her head and it's just cropped off. Come on, like if you were the original artist, you would literally just have access to the PNG file. Here's more. Daisy has this art piece and it literally has another artist's watermark on it. I can't pronounce this right. Ephemeres? But yeah, Ephemeres 2024. That can't be you, Daisy. And this is their profile with all this artwork on it. Like the absolute audacity to try to claim so many different art pieces as your own. And they didn't even try to hide it. They literally just left the watermark on there and was like, I'm gonna be lazy. I'm just gonna post it and hope that people believe this is my actual artwork and offer commissions, which is wild. A big telltale sign, if you're ever looking through an artist page, whatever, if all the art looks like it's drawn by different people because they have allegedly, right, this illustrative style and also allegedly this semi-realism style. And they also do two different styles of coloring book pages and very, very realistic portraits. Yeah, come on, man. If it looks like it's drawn by 5, 6, 7 different people, probably is, and you probably stole the artwork. Again, adding the caveat that many artists do experiment with their art styles. So it's not uncommon if you look at an artist page to find works in different styles, but you can still see like essences of their art style across the works, right? Occasionally an artist will have a completely out of left field different art style, but like they again would have a history of working in this style. You'll see other examples of work like that, maybe a stream of them working like that. But all like this, poof, out of nowhere, offering commissions and leaving that watermark up there. Come on. Absolute red flag. Daisy, you're trying to scam and you got caught. So at the end of the day, if you're an artist, it just sucks because like people like to purport it as a tool that like, oh, this is going to be helping creative. Blah, blah. A lot of people just use it as another weapon to go and hurt artists and steal from artists. And it just really, really sucks to see. So I hate seeing that. I hate seeing that happen to artists. And if you are trying to commission for art, stay vigilant and do your research, double check before you commission and give your money to somebody because it's always tricky. But commission human artists, support human artists, okay? Human work always. And with that, if you like this video, I appreciate it if you like and subscribe. Don't forget to check me out on Etsy. I have digital art there for streamers and creators like frog emotes and stuff like that. Started my store in I think like 2021, so it's been a minute now, 5 years. And I also have a coffee with free resources like a free sponsorship guide. And I stream on Twitch 3 days a week, Mondays, Saturdays at 6 p.m. PST, and Thursdays at 7:30 PST where I do a podcast with my friend. So I hope to catch y'all there or in another video. Peace.